things that the team did this year, you guys went to Europe, trained over in Spain, played against some tough competition. Do you think that's going to be a real benefit when the season starts?
I do. I think the biggest thing about going to Madrid and training Real Madrid's facilities is being in that professional atmosphere, that you really get a feel for how it's done and how it's done right. It's just being around where a franchise has been around for 100 years. I mean, we're talking about the biggest franchise in the world, so to see how they do things, it will be like any baseball team going and watching how the New York Yankees do things. So for us to be around that helped us a great deal.
From Dave Checketts on down, everybody in this organization knows that the payoff needs to be the playoffs this year. Our fans have been very loyal. We've built up great support here in the entire state of Utah, and there is no way to measure this season as successful if we're not in the playoffs at the end of it.
At the end of last season, we wanted to keep playing, and it's been a long time to get through this off-season, preseason to get to this point again, so we're extremely happy that we're here finally and have a chance to try and rectify our situation about the playoffs and get, back on the field and get it done. So I think everybody feels the way I do about it. We're just extremely glad that it's finally here.
Last year we kind of stumbled out of the gate, and we saw how tough it was to make up that ground once you start losing a few games. And so we want to get off to a good start and kind of keep that consistency throughout the season, and I think we'll be fine.
Feeling any additional pressures on yourself this year?
No more than I did the first year at 5-22. I don't think I feel much more pressure than that one. So I think it's, again, I think I put as much pressure on myself as anybody in the organization or fans would put on me, and it goes with the job, so you just deal with it, So I want to win every game, just probably like most of the players and most of the fans and everybody else. So
we expect to have a little more consistency. We certainly expect to make the playoffs this year. That's a big goal of ours. The way the league's set up, you want to be able to not have those roller coaster moments where you win 2, lose 3, etc. We want to be consistent and keep winning games all season long. And once we make the playoffs, then it's anybody's game.
We have some great additions: Freddie Adu, Luis Tejada, Nick Remando, some young players.
Freddie's just playing very well right now, and he's anxious to prove at a ripe old age of 17 that he can still do it.
Freddie beats me by a lot of years, but we'll get along. We play well together.
On paper, we're a great team. It's just about bringing it together and playing 90 minutes on the pitch.
I think Nick probably started 2 games last year, and he was the starting keeper for most of his career at DC and then at Miami. So he's back in that position now, and he wants to keep it, and so he's, again, someone who's got something to prove.
Prove? Yeah, that I can still play in this league. I know I can play in this league. I know a lot of people know I can play in this league, and that's one person is John, so that's why he brought me in, and I'm here to prove to him and the league and Salt Lake that they didn't make a mistake bringing me in.
I feel like we have a great team, and we're going to definitely make the playoff and push to maybe win a cup this season.
I was going to ask you, last year you gave us a guarantee you'd make the playoffs, and you just did it for this year. You really think that this is the year?
I mean, last season we came up a game or 2 short. Definitely the second half of the season proved that we're a good team, and now it's we have made some good additions, and I think everything is in place now. So that prediction I made last year, I'm going to make it this year again, and I honestly feel like we will make the playoff, and we're strong enough to compete for the cup this year.